Hi there everybody, it's your old pal Nathaniel, and today I've decided to show you another one of my collections. And today I'm going to show you my Kamen Rider Gearboxes. Now, just like in Kamen Rider 555, these are actually real cases that I purchased. So I'm going to show you what's in them, what they are, and where they came from. So let's get started. To start things off, this is my 5's gearbox. Now, it's not the case that was actually used in the show, but I got it as similar as I could. This is a gun case. The model, well, I have no idea, or the company that made it, but it is a double-sided gun case, so you can store like four pistols in there, two here, two here. And just like the original 5's gearbox, it has two combination locks, and of course I've set the combinations to what else but 555. Unlike the original 5's gearbox, the locks are in front, but you gotta do what you gotta do. On this side I keep the original DX 5's gear, which I got off of eBay for surprisingly a decent price. And I think I know why, because I don't think I got the very best condition, but what you gonna do? As long as it's my way of living is, if it still works, it's passable. And surprisingly, it still works. And of course, just like in the original show, it has a gear manual. Now, I made this gear model from scratch using Microsoft Office Word. The front cover was sourced from a fan site, and partially from the back cover as well. Now this part right here came from a photo off of Facebook, which the person who did that, kudos to you. Since I can't read the language, I have no idea what it says. If you guys know, please tell me in the comments below, and I would greatly appreciate it. And of course, yes, I didn't get the best condition, but as long as it still works, I'm happy with it. Now, with the pointer, this pointer did not originally come with this set. I had to buy this one because as the slot which activates the ready portion had broken off the original one. So I got this one for a decent price. Yeah, I guess the batteries are low, or it's probably just the wiring. There we go. Hold on. And it's it's a pretty good flashlight. Yeah. Now, you're probably wondering why I chose a double-sided gun case. Well, I'll show you. On the other side, I keep my DX Axle watch. And what I said about the 5's gear manual, I also did it from this manual as well. Now, the front and back covers were originally sourced from the CSM Axle watch instruction manuals, and of course the picture from Facebook copy and paste. Now, sadly, with this Axle watch, it did not come with its mission memory. Luckily, I have a substitute here, which I'll probably customize it to try to match the on-screen one. And of course, I put a piece of tape over it just to make sure it's not too loud. Another thing I added to the Axle watch is I put this watch wristband on over it, so I can use both of them when I'm wearing it on my wrist. Next up, we have my Kamen Rider UN gearbox, which I've showcased in my previous video. For those of you who haven't watched it yet, it will be in the description, and I will once again review this, as I have updated it since that recording. This is a gun case. It's produced by a company called ADG Sports. It's model number 31036. It's pretty much like all three the gearboxes in Kamen Rider 555. They've rolled up into one. It's gray, like the Kaiser. It's a gun case like the 5's gearbox, and it has these latches to attach a strap like the Delta gearbox, which I have obviously done. One of the things I added is this sticker, which has the Tachibana Racing Club logo on it, which was Kamen Rider's original logo. And I'm surprised how it turned out. Because the way it feels, you can hardly tell it's a sticker at all. And of course, there are these latch locks in front of it, which I've immediately lost the key to. Luckily, I didn't lock it, so I can open it with ease. Now, one altercation I made since the previous video is that I reorganized all the stuff. Just so I can basically do something better with it. And another thing, I redid the manual for this one. You realized I replaced the sandwich bag with a packaging which another product came in, and I reprinted the gear manual. One of the things that I did different is I did the Tachibana Racing Club logo here, and a disclaimer a Kamen Rider disclaimer. Inside, and I've actually included the Kamen Rider timeline that I've chosen for Kamen Rider UN. And, all which will be used in the show. Yeah. Put that back. Once again, as for the belt itself, it's part of a toy series called the Kamen Rider Henshin Legend Belts. This is Kamen Rider Ichigo's, which I got, as actor I would say it was nothing short of a miracle that I got it for the price that I did. As far as I can tell, it still works. Obviously, I won't be showing this in the Kamen Rider UN mini-series on YouTube. And of course, there's the gadgets that Kamen Rider UN would be using. Like this calculator thing, which I bought at a thrift store. And I have no idea what company made this or what exactly this is. If any of you guys know, let me know in the comments. I really would like to know what this thing is. But in Kamen Rider UN, it's going to act like a mini computer. But what it actually does, it's a clock, calendar, and calculator. And you can actually set an alarm to it. So, yeah, it's an alarm clock. Next up, we have this thing, once again purchased from a thrift store. I have no idea what it is. I just know it's like it has this camera right here, and the only way it could ever get this screen to light up is if I plug it, if I hook it up to my computer. If you guys know what product this is, let me know in the comments. It's below. Next up, we have this walkie-talkie from which has the AT&T logo on it, which is gonna be like Kamen Rider UN's personal mobile phone, which could basically work anywhere, no matter where he is. If he needs to call someone, he can do it. And finally, we have these sunglasses. Is produced by I guess a company called Piranha. I don't know. Oh, and these are supposed to replicate the Sonic sunglasses based off the ones from Doctor Who. Oh, which since it's a Kamen Rider UN is an agent for the government, yeah, this is I think the Sonic sunglasses is one of the things that a government agent would likely use. And going back to the belt, well, one of the modifications I did to it was that I actually duct taped an actual belt around it just so it can fit me. By itself, I have to suck in my gut for an extensional period of time, and in order for it to even hook it around my waist. Last but not least is my Delta gearbox. Now, because the one that was actually used in Kamen Rider 555 was extremely rare, I didn't want to take the chance of buying an actual replica, so I got one substitute instead. And by the way, for those of you out there who want to make their own custom Delta gearbox, but don't want to pay a huge lot of money, there are two substitutes you can use. One is a camera case is produced by Ape Cases, model number 540, or this one produced by Vanguard, or the VGP-3200. As those are the closest to the actual thing, as it's a camera. Their camera cases have latches, and have one lock. Now, the one produced by Ape Cases does have a latch lock, but this one does not. It has a different type of locking mechanism, but and this is the best I could do. Opening it up, I have also I cut out the foam on myself and printed out the icon stickers. And I even had to recreate the gear manual for this one. Honestly, it was very hard to even find a picture of it, to find pictures of this gear manual to even base it off of. And for those of you who have the same dilemma, here's the tip. You just go to Google and type in this bar in the top, which is SB-333USG. Yeah, and it will show you a picture of it. Now, the front cover of this was sourced from two different pictures, as the majority of this was from one and saved for the Delta driver. The only problem with this picture, with the picture from this manual, was that it was a completely different picture of the Delta driver, and it still had the mission memory inside. As is on screen, it did not. And so, of course, I even took the time and effort to try to recreate the back as well. Now, since the one actor has fully recreated the bag. I couldn't read the language. So Hector, if you're watching this and it's like, could you please tell me what it actually says? That way, I can actually improve upon this. And also, you can actually post the full pictures of your gear manuals, those on Facebook, just so it's like other customizers like myself could actually have no trouble at all recreating them. If you could do that, we'd be happy. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video and it's been informative, especially if you want to take your chances on creating your own custom Kamen Rider gearbox. More information on what gearboxes are will be in the description below. Hope you've enjoyed this. This is Nathaniel Upper saying so long.